Hello good day viewers. Into this tutorial we are going to see the third question. So we are to determine V0 and ID in this figure. So this is not much hard, but it is easy because we are going to use the KVL or another method that if we are to find the coin, we shall say the V divided by what? V divided by what? The value of R. So as I said in the last video, negative to what? To positive, it is what? It is dropping. Positive to negative, which is what? Which is rising. So therefore I can apply the KVL if I like. If I like, I will apply this. So, but the next thing that I'm going to do, I have to say, let me use the KVL because, but this 8, it is what? It is rising. So therefore the rest will be what? Will be dropping. So I'll have positive 8. So this should now be what? Negative this 1.2 what? ID, because each resistance will have what? Will have its currents. So therefore we are looking for the ID. So therefore I have to say minus what? Minus 4.7 again ID, and therefore I have to say minus what? Minus 0.7, which is what? The silicon diode, which is the same thing as 0.7, and therefore I have what? This should now be equals to what? It should now be equals to negative what? Negative 6. This source of ground. So the source of ground now, it is what? It is given as what? As its voltage, which is what? Is minus 0.6. So therefore this should now be equals to 8 minus what? Minus 5.9 ID minus 0.7 should now be equals to minus 6. So therefore this should now be this, and this they are like terms. So therefore it will now be 7.3 minus 5.9 what? ID should now be equals to minus 6. So therefore I have to say minus 5.9 ID should now be equals to minus 6 minus, so when this crosses the equal sign, it will now be negative. As you can see, this is positive. When it crosses the equal sign, it will now be negative 7.3. So therefore this should now be minus what? Minus 5.9 ID. This should now be equals to what? If I said minus this minus it, I'll get what? This is 7 plus what? I'll get 13, negative 13 point what? Negative 13.3. Because if I said minus 6 minus again 7.3, it will give me 13.3. If I divide both sides by negative 5.9, divide both sides by negative 5.9, this will cancel this. So therefore the ID should now be equals to, this negative will cancel this negative. If I say divide by negative what? 5.9, this should now be equals to, okay, let me correct it. I have to say 13.3 divided by 5.9. So this should now become what? 2.25 what? Milliamps. Because of this kilo, we are excluding the kilo. If you exclude the kilo, so therefore you will get what? In milliamps. But if you didn't exclude the kilo, so you get something like 0 point something 0, then 225. So now if I am to use the next method, what should I going to do? I have to say that this 8, which says that the ID it is equals to V by R. So this should now be equals, how many voltage did I have? I have this voltage. So therefore I will say this is what? This is 8 voltage. It is what? It is rising. So therefore this will what? This will drop at 0.7, and therefore this is what? This is negative. So when this is negative, it will what? It will rise. So therefore it will now be what? Plus what? It will now be plus, because if I said 8 minus 0.7, when this it is equals to what? It is equals to minus 6. So this should now be 8 minus 0.7, and this when it crosses the equal sign, it will now be plus what? 6, and therefore this is equals to 0. So if I say this minus this, I will get what? 7.3. If I say 7.3 plus 6, I will get what? 13.3. So therefore plus what? Plus 6 divided by the sum of the resistance, which is 5.9. So the sum of the resistance, which is what? Which is 5.9. This should now be equal to 13.3 divided by 5.9, which is the same thing as what? The same thing as this. So this should now be equals to 2.2 what? 25 milliamps. So you can use this two way as I said in the last video. So let me find the V0. if I am to find the value of V naught, what should I do? I will come across this. So this should not, don't forget I have negative 6. So I will set V naught minus what? Minus 4.7 ID. This is ID. Minus 4.7 ID minus what? Minus 0.7 should now be equals to minus 6. So I have to say this V naught minus what? Minus 4.7 multiplied by ID, which is 2.25. Which is 2.25, and therefore minus 0.7 should now be equals to what? Should now be equals to negative 6. If I said minus 4.7 multiplied by 2.25, what should I get? So therefore this should now be equals to V naught minus what? 10.56 minus 0.7, which should now be equals to negative 6. So minus this minus this. So I have to say minus 10.56 minus 0.7. So this should now be V naught, it is equal, V naught minus 11.26 should now be equals to minus 8. V naught should now be equals to minus 8. When it equals to, when it what cause equals to, it will now be plus 11.26. V naught should now be equals to, if I said minus 6 and plus 11.26, so this should now be what? Should now be equals to, the V naught should now be equals to 5.26 volts. So this is all I have for you for the third question. So let's meet in the fourth question. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks you for watching.